were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic.
Welcome to 3, the most innovative metaphysical program ever created. Join Chris, Rainey, and Mona as these amazing intuitives provide you with a three-dimensional divination into your most important questions. Now, from Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, enjoy 3 with our hostess, Mona Van Joseph.
Welcome again to this broadcast of 3 Vegas. This is where 3 intuitive readers actually address your question. So how it's going to work is I'm here with Rainey. Can I start over?
Yeah, go
Thank you. We're going to start over. Hold on, Carlos. I messed that up. So
3, 2, 1.
No. Can we? From you could
He'll
start.
edit it out.
I'm going to edit that part.
All right. Ready?
Go.
Okay.
3, 2.
Welcome to another fabulous episode of 3 Vegas. I'm here with our master astrologer, Chris Gray, our clairvoyant medium, Rainy Day, and me. I'm an intuitive tarot consultant. And we are on many episodes now of 3. The momentum that has been created for this program has been so heartwarming and so wonderfully warmly received by you all. I'm just so grateful. And I know that the 3 of us love doing this program together. We love our callers. We love the questions. We love working with John here at WWDBTV. So I'm just telling you that I think this program was meant to be. You were supposed to find this program or you wouldn't be here right now. So how do you be on 3? You go to www.three.vegas. You go to how to be on 3. You click on that link and then you fill out the information, and then we will contact you about our next broadcast dates and that you would be live on the program to ask your question. So we're going to be right back with our caller. So give us a minute and we'll be right back. Hi there, I'm Mona Van Joseph, and I'm known locally fondly as Mystic Mona, and I'm a professionally licensed intuitive tarot consultant. So when I do a reading for someone, I'm actually bringing them to a moment of awareness where they have power, because I firmly believe that when I'm doing a reading for you, I'm predicting your potential. It's up to you to be the captain of your own ship. It's up to you to guide spirit to help you get what you want in this lifetime. And the most effective thing in the whole world that you can do for yourself is pray for what you want, and pray to whatever entity works for you, whether that's good Lord, Mother Mary, Jesus, Buddha, Spirit, Karma, the universe. It doesn't matter who you pray to, but it's a way for you to tell the universe what you want. So when you call into 3 Vegas, you're usually working on an issue that you want a little bit more clarity. Well, we have Rainy Day, who is our clairvoyant medium, amazing. We have Chris Gray, who's our master astrologer, and also contributes to WWDBTV.com, where you can read your monthly forecast every month. And those are usually posted right the last day of the previous month, and you can read about your month ahead, which is fabulous. I'd love for you to join us on 3 Vegas exclusively on WWDBTV, where you can experience what a three-dimensional focus of your issue can be. It's wonderful. If you'd like to get a hold of me, my website is www.mona.vegas. I'm available for private sessions and special events, but mostly I'm here for you on WWDBTV with 2 amazing readers. I hope to see you soon, and I look forward to you tuning in. And we're back, and we have Carlos joining us today on StreamYard. Hi, Carlos.
Hi, how are you?
Hey,
Hello.
Welcome to the program. So the way it's going to work is that each of us are going to spend 5 minutes with you, 5 uninterrupted total concentrate on you minutes. All right. It's a long time when you think about it, because we cover a lot of information in 5 minutes. So who would you like to have address your question first?
I'm going to start on my left with Chris.
Okay, perfect. So what is your question for all of us to think about for you? And Chris is going to address it right now. But what's your question?
Where is my current career path leading me?
Got it. Okay. All right, Chris, take it from here.
Hello, Carlos.
Hi.
So you are a double Libra. So Libra Sun, Libra Rising, um, ultimate diplomat, natural mediator, very easygoing. People just love your energy. They love working with you. Just you're so easygoing, go with the flow. They just really enjoy your energy. Um, so you have some really strong placements in your chart, and I'm going to talk about your first house, which is your first house of self. It's also your rising, your Libra rising, so it directs your entire chart. So there's these really strong placements which tell me you make a lot of impact when you meet people. Your presence in their life is very influential and impactful. Extremely witty and intelligent. You're an excellent communicator. You're able to see all sides of a situation. You have this placement too that it talks about you are able to transform yourself. So if there's something that I don't know, maybe you want to change or improve about yourself, you're able to transform yourself. And also you're very much like the Phoenix, you know, like you can reinvent yourself at any time.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you have so much Libra going on in your chart, especially in your first house, sometimes people can underestimate you. And
Yes.
it's because you're so kind and so easygoing that they underestimate you, and then they find out.
Oh, yeah.
And especially if someone crosses you. I'm not saying you're mean. I have this very same placement, so I can
Yeah.
completely relate to this. But it's like they underestimate you, and then they get to know you, and they're like, "Oh, like I completely misjudged that."
Yes. Yes.
Then you have this, and so that's actually a stellium in your first house. Stellium is when there's three or more placements. I go by three or more. That amplifies that energy. So that's where I see where you have a very influential and impactful personality. You also have another stellium in your chart, and that's on your in your seventh house of relationships and partnerships. So this could be business partnerships. This can also be romantic partnerships. It could be also long-term friendships, but it's anything where there's some type of partnership or commitment. And so when you have a stellium in your seventh house, you're also a very impactful, influential person in your relationships too. So you actually guide people. You're very lucky for a lot of people too. If someone joins in a partnership with you, they benefit tremendously from a partnership with you.
Okay.
You have this other placement too that talks about your career, and you're extremely ambitious. And when I was going over your chart earlier, something just came to me. I don't know if this resonates, but I wrote down local artists, and looking at this now, I can't remember why I wrote that down, but there's something about artists or any kind of artist. This would be any kind of performing arts. So I cannot remember why I wrote that down, but
I can dig it.
So
Dig it.
as it relates to your question, where it's going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your solar return. Your solar return is your personal horoscope. It's highly personal to you because it's based upon when and where and what time you were born. And so a solar return is your birthday it's your personal horoscope from one birthday to the next. So you have this, I printed out two. So I'm going to look at where you currently are because you're still in your mid solar return for this year. And then you're going to have a new one come up here in a few months. So let me take a look here. And you're asking about your career.
Yes.
So currently, there's going to be a lot of changes in your career. And I don't mean changes bad, because one thing about Libras is you're so good with change. Like you're very adaptable. And so you kind of are very receptive to change. And these are going to be very, there's going to be a lot of brilliant, original ideas that come to you. And it's going to be kind of out of the blue. You're also going to be meeting some very important connections here. This could have started as early as last year, like last October. September.
Yeah.
But these connections that you're going to be making over the next year, and for the next, give it about 4 or 5 months or so, are going to help you in your career direction. So if you're looking to change directions, it's highlighted beautifully for you. Also, if you're looking for some type of inspiration, these brilliant original ideas are going to come to you. And I'm going to go back to your natal chart too, because I want to look at some transits for you. And so Jupiter is our luckiest planet in astrology. It just transitioned into Gemini, and it's a year-long transit. This is hitting your ninth house. Ninth house rules any kind of higher education, training, certification. It also involves foreign travel or foreign countries. So if your career, your industry is associated with any of those areas, and or if you're looking to go back to school for additional training or certification, this is for the next year. It's going to be very, very positive and lucky for you. You're going to have so many new opportunities that relate to skill and training and expanding your skill set, where you'll be able to apply that. So here next year, you're going to have this lucky planet Jupiter that touches the top of your chart, which is your career and your public reputation and what you're known for in your career. So this next year is going to be about building and expanding your skill set. Come this time next year, all doors wide open as far as career. Like, you are going to be ready. You have been working on laying that foundation. You'll continue for the next year, and then this time next year, you're going to reap the
benefits that you
sow the benefits.
Yes,
Yeah.
like all the seeds that you've been sowing, you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor.
And can I make a comment? As you said, we have 2 clocks in the studio,
Right.
and they're not necessarily synced. But as I turned my head and you were talking about education, it read 1:11 and 11 seconds.
Wow.
It was
Oh.
all
Whoa.
aligned.
All the ones. Ooh, baby. And then, of course, that adds up to a 5, which is the number of communication, which is where I actually think that Carlos excels.
Yes.
Oh, now, so he's a Libra with a Libra rising.
Mm-hmm.
What's his moon?
His moon is it's an Aries.
That makes you fearless, my friend.
Ah.
Right. Okay. So who shall we have answer your question next?
Rainy Day.
Oh, you go, girl.
That really is my real name.
That's
It's not my
perfect
psychic
name.
name, and because I live in Vegas, it's not my stripper name. So it really is. Can I tell you, my friend, and I say
Do
this
it.
with love and grace, and Spirit never tells me something that you're not ready to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You asked about success. The only way you can be derailed. Have you ever seen that movie Up?
Yes, and I love
The
it.
Disney movie Up, and you are Doug the dog. Squirrel.
Sweet.
When it comes to love interests,
Mhm.
they will derail you every time. So that is a caveat
Yes.
that Spirit is sending you, like, no, I don't need any love interests right now. Maybe I just
Okay.
need to focus. When you
Yeah.
focus on something, nothing stops you. They're also showing me, and this is from our last caller, I want you to write down and brainstorm in Word. Here's what I want in my life. Here's where I'd like to be in a year. Here's my interests and all about me. And I just want you to take that brain dump and, like Chat GPT, do the free version and just throw it in there and ask them to give you a weekly schedule of how to get where you want to go. But here's the key. Sometimes you don't always follow those paths that are already created. Angel, it's okay. Already created for you. You just need to follow that path. Sometimes you're Doug the dog. I get derailed. I look over here. And I love shiny things.
Mm-hmm.
Who is
Yeah.
Eleanor or Eleanor? Who is Eleanor?
Eleanor. I don't know Eleanor.
Eleonora, asked Dad, I believe this beautiful, strong, very hefty woman is on your dad's side. I also see a Gus or Gustavo, who is showing up for you in your lineage. You get a lot of your Like you would be a great salesman. You would have anybody buy a glass of poop and say, "Look at the poop I got. This is fantastic." You
Yeah.
have this beautiful charisma about you. Use that more, utilize that
Mhm.
more to get from A to Z. But I see that you've got this big picture, you're missing B, C, D. Does that resonate? Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wow.
But ask the family about, you get a lot of your strength and charisma from these beautiful beings that are in your DNA.
Mhm.
Call on them to help you with, and that's that voice of communication again, of communicating, so that it is received exactly how it was intended. Because sometimes people misinterpret you. Is that a fair statement?
Yes. That is a
Come
fair
from the
statement.
heart a little bit more. Your heart chakra is the most beautiful emerald green. And then your throat chakra is like the background that we have right here, that beautiful blue
Yeah.
sky. And imagine, because we're in the year of 8, imagine a figure 8 running between the two, so they are perfectly aligned. So what you speak comes out
Yeah.
exactly, and it will be received as intended. And I'm going to leave you with that, my beautiful friends.
Wow. Wow.
That's
Powerful.
okay. You'll jump in later.
I don't know. Honestly,
Oh, no, I
I'm
think you're, as
surprised.
soon as I turn my cards
Sweet.
over,
You're probably right.
you're gonna jump in.
You're probably right.
So I get, now I get to hug you to myself.
Yes.
Woohoo. Okay. So one of the things I want to make comment on
Mhm.
is the fact that because you're a double Libra, Libras are the ultimate politicians of the zodiac sign. And the fact that you're a double Libra, it means that sometimes um, you're being so political that you have a hard time putting your agenda out there. So thank goodness your moon is in Aries, because
Yeah.
if your moon was not in Aries or another fire sign, but specifically Aries, if your moon was not in Aries, you would be the person that would just let the opportunity float by like a duck on water. You would just let it
Oh.
float by. But because you're an Aries, you're going to, and I really feel that this is going to be a strength coming up to you in these next few months. And
Mhm.
I really want you to celebrate. It's my birthday, damn it day. Um,
Okay.
when it's your birthday next time. And one of the things I'm not even turning cards over yet because I'm getting this like rushing at me.
Mhm.
For it's your birthday, damn it day, it means that everybody around you needs to do your will to their best of ability because it's your birthday, damn it day. So, what you're going to do is you're about a week before your birthday, you're going to start saying out loud to people, it would be a great birthday present if I could be introduced to Tyler Perry. It would
Mhm.
be a great birthday present if I could record a commercial. It would
Yes.
be a great birthday present if a writer found my voice and said that I need to record their book. Do you see what I mean?
Mhm.
I want
Yeah.
you to start about a week before your birthday. Now, the reason I'm getting a week before your birthday is that Libra resonates the number 7. 7 is the number of ultimate politics, which is why I'm bringing up the political side of this. And again, I haven't turned the cards over yet because after what Chris said and after what Rainey said, I just had to jump in with my thoughts about what they said, and then I'm going to turn the
Yes.
cards over. But what I'm getting here is that all I want you to do is 1 week before your birthday, you want to tell 7 people a day what you, gee, for my birthday, it would be really cool if,
Ah.
you see, it'd be really cool if, like, if you know that somebody is going to be in the path of somebody else, gee, it'd be really cool if, it's my
Mhm.
birthday. It
Wow.
would be really cool if, you see? All
Yeah.
right. All right. So now I'm going to draw your cards.
Okay.
Now I'm going
Wow.
to tell you, if you get the number 7 in this spread, it's just going to make me smile because it just echoes the whole vibration. No, you didn't get it, but that's okay.
Okay.
But here's the thing, your path is ultimately creative. Okay. So you have
Okay.
this card right here. In traditional tarot, this card is called the Empress. So when Rainey said that you find yourself distracted by women, it's not just distracted by women, it's women that you find sexually attractive.
Mhm.
So it's not just distracted by women, it's distracted by women that you really would like to get a little closer to, if you catch my drift. Okay.
Right.
So, but it also is the card of the artist, the writer, the performer, the actor, the musician, the chef. It's all creative energy.
Okay.
It also can mean that women kind of throw themselves at you because they pick up a strength about you and they can't quite understand it, but they just find themselves drawn to you. Now, if we go to the cards that are here, you have the number 5 repeating. So it's funny because we've had the last few readings, there have been the number 5. This one particular card is coming up almost in the last 4 out of 6 spreads. So this card called comparison reverse literally means that nobody does what you do the way you do it. And you've got to agree with that.
Wow.
The card called exhaustion reversed means that you're willing to do the hard work to get what you want. Though I think you may have trouble sleeping sometimes because so much jumps into your brain because you're an
Yes.
air sign. So air signs get brilliant ideas out of the blue. And sometimes you dwell on that and you have a hard time going to sleep. The outsider card reversed, which is the best way to get this card, literally means that there is a door opening wide for you. So when an opportunity, and this is why I'm so happy there's Aries in your moon, that your moon is in Aries,
Yeah.
is because there is going to be a door opening for you where you have a chance to maybe replace somebody that called in sick at the last minute, or jump into something where, hey, I can do that, or hey,
Yeah.
I've got experience in that, I can help you with that. There's going to be a door that opens for you, and when that door opens for you, you've got to just jump in and say, I can do that, I can help.
Yeah.
Because the possibilities card reversed means that it feels like you keep giving yourself excuses to not put yourself in the spotlight, to not move yourself forward. But the creativity card means that you've been on a 3-year journey. So you've already passed 2 of those 3 years.
Yes.
That this next year is about you doing whatever you need to do creatively to get attention. And it is, you're absolutely ready for that attention to fall on you. So there you go.
Wow.
I know.
This
All right,
is-
girl. What do you
You're
think?
right. I have more.
I knew
Do you
you would.
mind? I'm going to ask you to confirm something for me. I see
Okay.
relocation. When I see this 5 for you, 5, we have been seeing it in
5.
so
It's
many.
repeating.
It's change, and it's not good or bad. It's just shifting and change. I
Okay.
see that you should move to where the industry lies, to be seen and noticed, because you can't be seen and noticed if you're far away. I'm literally thinking LA. I know, I feel you. I'm like, but what are you picking up on that? Do you see a relocation? If you don't, that's fine too.
This can certainly indicate a relocation. However, if it wouldn't be planned, it would be like
Spontaneous?
it would be like maybe a month or 2 notice. Like it would come, an opportunity would come. And earlier I was saying that there's changes on the horizon for his career. So in terms of relocation, it would be very spur of the moment. It would be an opportunity that comes and you seize it. And it just like maybe you plan for like a month or 2, or, oh, I got to finish up this, or I got to tie these loose ends, and then you're off. So yeah, absolutely. I could see that.
I have a question. I want a clarifying question to what you just said.
Okay.
Would there be a relocation that would only be temporary? In other words, would he be relocating just for a specific project, or is it relocating to live his life in the new place?
Let's see. It absolutely, man, there's a lot of Aquarius energy. So very spur of the moment. Let me look at his transits as well.
Because I kept getting there's going to be something that comes out of the blue because somebody else couldn't do something. And he steps up and says, I can do it. And they give him the shot to do it. And it ends up changing everything for him.
Yeah, I do not see a permanent relocation. So this could even be, also too, the lucky planet Jupiter transiting through his 9th house. It typically, it's when it involves travel, it could be long distance, but that could also be like a temporarily relocation. Like maybe there's a city that you start visiting very often. Like maybe you're there a couple weeks out of the month, or maybe you're there for a couple months at a time and you go back home, but you revisit. So that definitely could be, and it would be associated with new opportunities and growth, and ultimately expanding his career opportunities to come full bloom within the next year.
Wow.
And when we started, I kept saying voiceover, voiceover, voiceover.
Well,
that
'cause
might
that
be
voice.
I'm telling you that's a unique gift that you have, my friend, and I would use that to every advantage. And I actually was going to say I think he's bouncing back and forth, but eventually it may be permanent. I don't know. That's what I'm feeling.
So, Carlos, tell us what you do for work.
Yes. I'm really busy right now. At night, I'm a TV camera guy, but during the day, I'm a voice actor.
Am I psychic or what? I didn't get up for nothing.
And I have a all but signing the paper manager in LA.
Go,
And
go, go.
there's stuff that keeps coming to me.
Getting it, Carlos, getting it for you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
there's stuff that that comes to me. There's auditions that come to me that I mean all the time that could be life-changing all the time. And yeah.
I got to interrupt you real quick
Mhm.
because I love your voice. I love
Mhm.
your voice. And
Thank
I
you.
almost wonder if you know how when there's a late night talk show or even a daytime talk show, there's the MC that introduced the host for the program. I
Yes.
actually think that you might get that kind of an opportunity. And
Yeah.
it's because the momentum that you've created. So when Chris was talking about some sort of training or certification, I don't think it's training or certification. I think it's experience. I think there's going to be some experiences that are coming your way that along the way train you and say, oh yeah, well, I did this and I did that. And now I'm ready for
Yes.
this. So, your
Yeah.
guy canceled. So here I am.
Yeah.
Have you have any interaction with Arsenio Hall?
I have not, but the people that I'm affiliated with touch all that. Arsenio and
He might
all
be
the big
making a
wigs.
comeback, and like Mona said, you may be the MC. Go,
Wow.
baby, go.
It's so funny because while you were saying that, Mona, one thing that came to me was like a comedy host or something like that, like a host of a comedy show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's
Wow.
like, I used to love that show, Make Me Laugh. That show was brilliant because they would get these people that could absolutely sit there, well, try to sit there and be stoic when the comedian was
Yeah.
telling a joke.
As you're talking about that,
Yes.
I'm seeing someone very influential in the comedic world, and I don't know who this is. I've been asking for a name, but they're located in Ohio, of all places.
Ohio.
But they're very, very on top of their game in the comedic world. African American. I see him, but I can't grab his name.
Dave
But I
Chappelle. He's
see-
in Ohio. Dave
What,
Chappelle.
who?
Ooh,
Dave Chappelle lives in Ohio.
all right. My butterflies are gonna fly off my
look
arm.
at your goosebumps.
Mhm.
Holy
Look at
crap.
this.
Yeah.
Dave
That's-
Chappelle lives on a farm in Ohio.
Okay, you need to connect with him, I think.
Hoy vey.
Wow.
I think you need to connect with him. And then think about a side career reading porn.
Wow.
Subscribe.
Well.
Think about it. He only needs to read 30-minute stories.
Right? Like pay for your bills.
Because
Side
we
gig.
don't, the thing is that, normally you would have, a woman telling a story that was intimate like that. But for a woman, we don't want to necessarily hear another woman tell a story unless that's what we're into, which, nothing wrong with that. But to have a voice like Carlos's voice, tell me a little bedtime story, as it were.
I even think the LGBTQ community would
hold on.
love you.
Bedtime stories with Carlos.
Oh, snap.
Now we could go good or naughty with that, but
Right.
bedtime stories with Carlos could be reading Goldilocks and the Three Bears,
True.
right?
Yep.
Or
it was just right.
Oh, I say cocktails. That is like the best reading.
Cocktails.
Yes.
Oh.
Cocktails.
There's a double entendre.
Hello.
Right.
Hello. Hello.
Cock dash tails.
Maybe
Cock dash
that's
tails. Yeah.
the name
Okay.
of that
Okay, so we digress, but
Yes.
you're a good sport about it.
Yeah.
Carlos, is there any feedback you can give us about our visit with you today?
I I can see everything you're saying. All three of you. Like, because now I can. I could not see it 3 years ago. I could not have seen what you're saying.
Well, it's funny you said 3 years, because if you've already kind of experienced the 3 years, it's
Mhm.
probably saying that door is about to open. And I think things were initiated last month, and now
Mhm.
they're coming to fruition over the next 3 months.
Chris, can you see a
Wow.
time frame?
Yeah. Yeah. Specifically as it relates to, I mean, he has this lucky planet Jupiter that, I mean, I can't stress that enough. And it's a year-long journey.
Right.
So, I mean, it just happened. It changed signs last month, and he's early degree Libra, which means he felt that shift immediately. So I would definitely echo with last month, kind of behind the scenes. And as it gets further into his
Mhm.
into Gemini, he's going to really feel it. Like the energy is going to be coming. So, I mean, it's all within doors wide open within the next year.
So May 2025 is his sweet spot.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Because it's going to hit his MC, which your MC is the top of your chart, and it talks about your career, your public reputation, and when Jupiter hits that, it's so lucky. It's your reputation expands, like what you're known for.
Mhm.
So it would be like you coming into the spotlight.
Do
Wow.
not be derailed, my friend.
Right. There's a door flying wide open for you, Carlos.
Wow. Bless
Hey,
you all.
thank you so much for being on the program.
Hey,
And we
thank you.
wish you all the best. And please let us know what happens in the next 3 months, because I think that
Yeah.
these next 3 months are very powerful for you.
I want to meet Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I know, right? We should
Hey.
know.
Ohio?
Maybe Carlos can say, I know these 3 readers that you could be on their show
Yes.
live.
That predicted this
Right,
collaboration.
exactly. Right. Well, this
Yes.
your forecast with us, your reading
Mhm.
with us is going to be on WWDBTV
Mhm.
forever. So
Sweet.
your program's going to probably debut around middle of July, and
Mhm.
and we'll send you a link as to when you can tap into it. But
Okay.
what we love about your visit with us today is how open you were to
Yeah.
our intuition with you. It's
Yeah.
just fabulous. Thank you so much.
Hey, I appreciate you, all of you. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you,
God bless,
Carlos.
Sweet.
See you
Carlos.
next
All right.
time.
Take
Okay.
care.
Okay. Bye. Oh, wow. Carlos has got some really big stuff ahead of him. And I'm so happy for him that he's following his dream.
Yes.
But out of all places, Ohio?
I know. Where'd you get that, girl?
Not
I
from me.
know.
It's all
I
from them.
know.
And Chris, you're amazing. You really gave him some specific insight. I love that about you. And I think
Yeah.
it's really going to help our callers on this
Absolutely.
path of life.
That's why we're
it's
here.
just, yes,
Yes.
yes. Girl, you're right on.
All right, you guys, if you want to be on the program, www.three.vegas, 3.vegas, go to the How to Be on 3 page, send us your information, and then our producers will get in touch with you about our next recording of our program. So all of the recordings here, from the time the caller gets on the air until we end the program, are totally unedited. So you're not getting anything but our real impressions of what we're getting with our callers. So we appreciate everybody that has taken the time to tune in. We're absolutely blown away by the response that we're getting on the program. And we love your comments. We love that you're reaching out to us. And we love the fact that you found us, because there are no accidents. So thank you to Chris. Thank you to Rainey. Thank you to
Mona.
all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.